Welcome to the Evolve EdTech podcast. In this podcast, we share tips, tricks, and tools to help you incorporate new and engaging educational technology into your classroom to help you evolve the creativity, communication, and technological abilities of your students, colleagues, and school community. So sit back and welcome your host and Evolve EdTech creator, Tristan Heron.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the final episode of 2023. It is day 12 of the 12 AI tools of Christmas from Evolve EdTech. We've got another fantastic tool that we're going to explore with you today, so we may as well just get straight into it. For the final time in 2023, this is day 12 of the 12 AI tools of Christmas. Today, we have another fantastic tool that we are going to explore with you. And today we're looking at an AI-powered question creation tool called QuestionWell. We're going to have a look at how you can use this really amazing AI tool in your classroom to create a well of questions that you can use with your students today. However, before we get into that, just like I have done for the past 11 episodes, I do just want to ask you and remind you that you can connect with us here at Evolve EdTech. We would love it if you went and explored our website. It is growing and it is becoming a really valuable resource where you will find tips, tricks, tools, all different kinds of templates, videos, podcasts, so many amazing things on our website now, and so many amazing things will be coming in the future, especially in 2024. So make sure you head over to www.evolveedtech.com and check out our website today. We're also active on socials. So if you'd like to connect with us on social media, you can connect with us on Facebook, we're on Instagram, as well as X. And just like I've mentioned in all of our other videos, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. By subscribing to our YouTube channel, you motivate us to continue to support you with your EdTech adventures by sharing those tips, tricks, tools, and our wealth of knowledge and experience here at Evolve EdTech. So please make sure that you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and you share that with your colleagues as well. All right, today we're looking at a brand new tool that I think will be really valuable for you if it is something that you decide to explore yourself and invest in as an educator to really build up and create a fantastic tech toolkit. So if you were one of those people, and most of us are probably like this at some stage within our careers as teachers, where writing questions is a tedious, time-consuming task, well, QuestionWell might just become one of your new best friends, and it will save you a ton of time. With QuestionWell, all you are going to do, and we're going to explore this today, is you simply input some reading or a video into the QuestionWell tool, and the AI is going to do all the hard work for you. It's going to write your essential questions. It's going to write your learning outcomes. It will even align multiple choice questions. How amazing is that? So we're going to have a look at QuestionWell today and see how you could use it to save you a truckload of time and create amazing questions that you can use with your students. So I don't think we waste any more time and we head over and start exploring QuestionWell. So we're going to go and explore QuestionWell. We'll demo today for you. We'll provide you some examples of how you can use those reading materials as well as videos to create a whole range of questions that you could use with your students. We'll also show you the really large range of applications that you can export your questions to, which I think is out of this world. All right, so today we're going to head over to questionwell.org. We're going to log into QuestionWell, we're going to explore it, and we're going to see how this tool could become something that might be one of those tools that you add to your teacher tech toolkit. Now, I do just want to remind you that today it is not a full-blown tutorial. This is just a very quick introduction to QuestionWell, just so that you can see and think about whether this tool is something that might be right for your context. And as I've mentioned before, I always encourage you to try the tools first. Try before you buy. See if it's right before you commit to something, because not every tool will be right for every particular context and every particular purpose. So go and experiment, and that is what we're going to do together today so that you can decide whether this is something that you would like to explore yourself. So I've made it over to QuestionWell.org, as you can see here on the screen, and it is a pretty impressive, it's a fairly simple homepage, but that's not a bad thing as well. So we can see here that QuestionWell is an AI to help teachers do their homework. And I'm guessing when they talk about homework, our homework is obviously to prepare and plan lessons. And that can sometimes be tedious and time consuming, but QuestionWell are here to help us with that. With QuestionWell, you can generate an endless supply of questions so that you can work smarter, not harder. Fantastic. We all know that teaching at this particular time in the world is really time consuming, and it just keeps getting more challenging every day. But with the power of AI and QuestionWell, it's going to make our lives so much easier. So as we've already talked about here, all you do with QuestionWell is you insert some reading or a video, and the AI does the work for you. All right, just going to scroll down here to highlight and emphasize just the amazing suite of locations that you can export the questions to that are generated by QuestionWell. So you can see here that we have a huge range of different applications that you may use already, where you can actually export these questions created by QuestionWell. How fantastic is that? So simple, so easy. So I thought what we would do first before we went in and explored some real life examples is we would just click the try it out button on the homepage. Okay, a very nice, simple interface here. We have our topic. So this is where you are going to pop a topic in just to help the AI. So at the moment, you can see here that the sample is the structure of an atom, all right? We've got some different question types. It does tell us here that we need to upgrade to unlock more question types. So multiple choice seems to be the default. And obviously, if you upgrade, you will be able to access the fill in the blank and short answer options. So just think about that if they are particular question types that you are looking for. You can add your own learning outcomes just here. However, this is optional. You can choose your jurisdiction, all right, if you are looking for specific standards. But again, this is only available if you upgrade to a paid subscription. Then you will see down here, this is where you decide whether you're going to add your text, a YouTube link, a URL, or if you are a paid subscriber, you can upload a document, and you can also import questions from other sources. With the text options here, you can see that we can choose the grade level of the student that we are aiming this set of questions at, the language, and we can generate our reading. With our YouTube, we just pop our YouTube video link in there, or we can search for something on YouTube, and the same with our URL here. So let's have a look at this, and I'm not sure. Yep, this is going to work for me, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to use this structure of an atom example that is already pre-populated here. It's generating a reading for me. There we go. We have a reading which has been generated by that AI. So all we're going to do now is come over here to this very beautiful purple generate questions button, and we're going to see what it does. So you can also see that we've got a tip here that you can see your previously generated sets in your saved sets page, which is fantastic. So you can always access those questions that have been previously created in QuestionWell. So we'll let that generate and we'll come back when they're ready. All right, QuestionWell has finished generating those questions for that particular reading. let's go and explore this. We can see here that we have some essential questions, all right, which have been generated by that AI. We don't have any vocabulary and we don't have the ability to filter by question type because we aren't currently a paid subscriber. So these are two options which will be available if you do decide to subscribe to QuestionWell in the future. You can filter by learning outcome. So we have a couple of different outcomes here that we are looking for and the number of questions that have been created. So you can click on those particular learning outcomes and see those specific questions, which I think is fantastic. Over here on the right-hand side, you will see the questions. Okay, you've got the question, you've got those multiple choice answers. All right, which I think is great. You also do have the option to edit those answers just in case the AI has not been entirely accurate with things like spelling or vocabulary or meta language, where you can go and edit those. Really great, really simple, which is fantastic. You also do have the option here to check these with a Google search, which I think is really fantastic. So you're able to go and clarify those answers using a Google search. So you can see those questions there. We have 6 questions for this particular learning outcome that you can access. All right, let's go and have a look at exporting and see what happens when we export these questions and where we can export them to. All right, so just by clicking on the purple export button, you can see here that there are a whole suite of places that we can export these to. Okay, so let's say, for example, we would like to export these to Kahoot. We'll click on Kahoot. Now we need to select the questions to export by clicking the checkbox next to each question. So let's select all of those. Okay, they are all selected here, and we will just export those. Okay, nice and simple, nice and easy. We can export all of those. They are all selected there. Let's do that, and let's export those. So that's done, that's ready, that's being exported, and that will be available for you to upload into your Kahoot account. Really simple, so many options to upload and share those questions in a whole range of EdTech tools that you are already probably using yourself. Now you do see a couple of other options here. We do have the option to print this quiz, which is fantastic. If you don't necessarily have access to devices or technology at this particular time, you can still utilize the power of QuestionWell. You can decide here whether you include the answers, the essential questions, the learning outcomes, etc., which is great to see. We also have the ability here to edit the reading, so you can go back and you can edit that, make sure it's accurate, make sure it's what you are looking for, change the grade level, etc., etc., so that you get the perfect set of questions. All right, we can share this, which is great. So we can share this link to this question set with other educators. And obviously we can delete it if it is not the right one, or we are no longer using that particular text or teaching that particular year group or topic for whatever reason there is that you might decide that you need to delete this particular question set. So it's really simple. It looks like a really cool tool to be able to create those questions really quickly. Now, I'm not a paid subscriber of QuestionWell at this moment, but I would love to see the fill in the blank and short answer aspects, because I do love a fill in the blank section of an activity for my students, because I really think it gets them thinking about using the context clues in the text to help them complete those missing elements. So it's something that definitely also intrigues me. Let's have a look at a YouTube video. So I'm going to click just here. Let's do this from the beginning. So I think we'll do something like this. How about we look at the impact of climate change on biomes. So that's going to be my topic. I'm going to leave the learning outcomes and I'm going to let the AI generate those and see what they come up with. So let's say I'm doing this with maybe some of my senior students. I'm going to use YouTube so that we can see how the AI in QuestionWell generates questions for YouTube videos. Now you can see here that we can search for a video, or we can actually pop the link to that video in there if there's something from YouTube that we have found really beneficial. I'm just going to pop our topic into here and see what we can find. All right, so we've come back with a whole range of different videos here that might be relevant or useful for this particular topic for our students. So let's say that we have gone and explored these. We've looked at these in a little bit more depth. Obviously, I don't have that time right now. Otherwise, this video might never end. So let's go and choose this one from Khan Academy. So we're going to pop that there. It's going to gather that transcript and it's going to be able to generate those questions. So here we have the transcript. We've got all of that in there. Let's click on generate questions and see what happens and what the questions look like created by the AI in QuestionWell. All right, the AI has finished generating a number of different questions for this particular YouTube video, looking at the impacts of climate change on biomes, which was the initial topic that we popped into the program. So you can see here that we do have our essential questions, which is fantastic. Okay, and if we scroll down here, we can also filter again by those. It has generated 15 questions for us, which is fantastic. And again, we have the ability to go and edit those questions. We are able to identify which is the correct answers. We are able to see which questions belong to which learning outcome, which is amazing. So you have all of those different elements again for this particular video. We have the same options and same abilities to export, print, share, etc., which is great. So if you would like your students to be able to use and answer a number of questions based on a YouTube video, you can generate these with QuestionWell. There are so many amazing things that you can do with AI, and this is why I keep encouraging you to just go and explore. Try them first and see if they're right. You will often find that you can get what you need with the free versions, and you can see that perhaps the generation of questions here is very similar to how you might generate questions in a number of different AI-powered tools. So go and have a look at them. Use them. Experiment with them to see what you can create and how it can save you time and make you more efficient as an educator. All right, I think it's time to go and have a look at the pricing, because even though free is the best price, sometimes we are going to have to pay and invest in something. So we can see here that we're currently on the free plan. It allows us to create and edit multiple choice questions. We can export to Kahoot, quizzes, Canvas, and more. We can create those essential questions. We have unlimited question sets, which I think is great. We can submit short readings and we can create AI-generated readings. So you can do quite a lot with QuestionWell for free. However, if you'd like to elevate the ability to use QuestionWell a little bit more, you might decide to upgrade to a paid plan. All right, it is $7 a month or $70 a year. It includes everything in the free plan, but those additions such as fill in the blank questions, short answer questions, you can increase the reading lengths. Okay, you can create those vocab lists. You can upload a range of different documents. You can add more than 20 questions, which is great, and you will be able to use all of those new features that QuestionWell will add over time. So QuestionWell, looks like a fantastic tool that might be really beneficial for you to use as a teacher when you are going to create all of those questions that you need to create to check your students' understanding and comprehension, but save yourself a truckload of time by getting the AI in QuestionWell to do it for you. It doesn't take away the ability to edit and finesse those questions. You still have that control, but you are just taking away one giant step and you are giving that to the AI to help you out like it's your own personal assistant that you don't have to pay. How fantastic is that? So QuestionWell, go and have a look and see if it's a tool that you might be able to add to your teacher tech toolkit. Well, that brings us to the end of the 12 AI tools of Christmas for 2023. You can see here on the screen that we have looked at 12 very different AI tools over the past 12 days. And I think these tools could be so beneficial in helping you in a myriad of ways in your classroom. So go and explore them, go and check them out, and go and see what you can create and what you can do to make your life as an educator so much easier with the power of AI. And don't forget that you can head over to our YouTube channel and you can check out any of these past tips on our YouTube channel at any time. They're not going anywhere. They are there for you to look at and explore if they are tools that you are interested in. So go and check out all of the other episodes of this season of the 12 AI tools of Christmas and see how these tools could help you in the classroom. And if this wasn't big enough, I just want to remind you that coming in 2024, we have our brand new live stream monthly show called Innovative EdTech. This is something that I've been wanting to implement for a while, and I finally decided that 2024 is when we're going to do this. It's hard being a teacher, it's hard being a coach and trying to support other people with EdTech at the same time. But next year, I'm determined to start that. So I'm encouraging you and welcoming you to Innovative EdTech. Each month, we'll explore something different throughout my live streams, which you'll be able to access on Facebook and YouTube so that you can start to see some of those different EdTech tools. Sometimes there'll be tutorials, sometimes they'll be exploring or introducing you to these tools and showing you the basics, but it's a very fluid space for us. So come and join us. Our first episode premieres really early in 2024 on the 8th of January. Now, just be aware that if you are joining us in other parts of the world, that the start times for these are based on Melbourne, Australia. Our first episode is going to explore Google Sites and how you can use Google Sites to create a resource hub that you could use with your students. So come and join me for Innovative EdTech each month starting from January 8th, 2024. Well, as sad as it is, that brings us to the end of the 12 AI tools of Christmas for 2023. I can't believe that we have explored 12 amazing tools. I hope that you have picked up something. I hope that you go and explore one of these tools. If you've got another amazing AI tool that you think we could feature here at Evolve EdTech, let me know, because they're always evolving and they're always appearing. So it's really hard to sometimes keep up with all of these amazing tools. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas, a very happy holiday, and a safe, prosperous new year. I will see you again in 2024. I've got some big things planned here at Evolve EdTech, and I hope that I can make your experiences with EdTech the best they can be, because it's all about your students and developing their love of learning and ensuring that they have those skills that they will need as they move in to a vastly different world to what most of us grew up in. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I can't thank you enough for being part of my life. You are all amazing. Have a wonderful break, and I will catch you again next year with the 12 tech tools of Christmas from December 13th, 2024. And I will see you again on January 8th, 2024 with the first episode of Innovative EdTech. Until then, everybody, have a great time, be good, stay safe, and I will see you again very soon.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Evolve with EdTech podcast with your host, Tristan Herron. If you loved this episode, please rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to our podcast to help others find it. Once again, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you again in the next episode of the Evolve with EdTech podcast.